Welcome back to part 2 of theoretical probability. Okay, let's see, let's get back into our examples here. So, example here, the Venn diagram shows the number of people who watched the movies Sharknado, Kazam, and or Waterworld. 71 people did not watch any of these movies. If someone is selected at random from this group of 152 people, find the probability that they watched Kazam. So the number, remember the number total that we're choosing from goes on the bottom, and they tell us that that's 152 people that we're choosing from. How many of those people watched Kazam? So that's going to be everybody in this circle. And how this circle works here is there's 13 people that watched just Kazam. There's 6 people that watched Kazam and Sharknado. 17 people watched all 3 of these movies, and 4 people watched Kazam and Waterworld. Okay, so what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to add all those up. So we're going to have to do 6 plus 13 plus 17 plus 4. Okay, so 6 plus 13 plus 17 and 4 gives us that there's 40 total people that watch that. Okay, so we've got 40, and then we can even do this 40 over, what was it, 152, oops, that's not what I wanted to do, 40, and then push the ABC button over 152, there we go, and then this will simplify it for us. That's 5/19, or this will also turn it into a decimal for us, 0.263, or 26.3%. Okay. Now, how many people watched only Sharknado? Again, this is still out of 152 people, and there are just 22 people right here that watched only Sharknado. So that's 22 out of 152. So we can do the same thing, 22 out of 152. And that is 11 out of 76, or 14.5, or sorry, 0.145, or 14.5%. Okay? How many watched all 3 of these movies? Still out of the 152. All 3 of the people, that's the 17 out of 152. So we'll do 17 out of 152. Pretty sure that's not going to simplify. It doesn't. And then we hit this here, and that's 11.2. Oops, wrong spot there. Which is 0.112, or 11.2%. Okay? How many people watched both Waterworld and Sharknado? So here's Waterworld and Sharknado. So watched both would be these 11 and 17 people, because it doesn't say only watched Sharknado and Waterworld, watched both. So these 17 people watched all 3. These 11 people watched both. Okay? So that's going to be 11 plus 17 over 152, which is going to be 28 over 152. Okay, so I'm thinking you got the drift of simplifying all these and putting them in decimals or percent, so I'm just going to start doing just one of these here. So I'm just going to do 28. I like percents the best, makes the most sense to me, but it's whatever floats your boat. Okay, so that's going to be 18.4%. Okay, watched Kazam but did not watch Waterworld. So they're in this circle but not in this circle. So that would be these 2 people, these 2 groups, sorry, watched, because this group watched just Kazam, this group watched Kazam and Sharknado. So that's going to be our 6 plus 13, which is 19 out of 152. So bust out our calculator. 19 divided by 152, and that gives us 12.5%. Okay? All right, got one last example for you, but before that, let's watch a little comedy clip. I've forgotten on the past videos. I apologize.
We thought he was sleeping, and all of a sudden I heard through the monitor, "Daddy, I have a joke for your career." I got like goosebumps, man. I'm like, wow. So I got to go up there, man. I ran upstairs. This is true. And I sit on the bed. I'm like, man, wow, you got a joke for my act, buddy? And he goes, yeah, I just thought of it. I was like, whoa. I wanted to cry. I was like so touched, you know. I was like, really? Wow. What's the joke, buddy? And he goes, how come dinosaurs don't talk? I don't know. How come dinosaurs don't talk? Because they're all dead.
Okay, last example, example 11. In a group of 40 college students, 40 total, 27 have signed up for Intro to Beekeeping. So there's 27 in the beekeeping class. 24 signed up for the Joy of Garbage. So that's 24. These are actual classes, by the way. You can look them up. And 7 did not sign up for either of these classes. Display this info on a Venn diagram. So we know that there's 40 total inside this circle. Inside the 40 college students. So there's 40 total numbers in here. We've already used 7 of those, so we can do 40 minus 7 gives us that there are 33 to share with these 3 regions here, right? So problem is we add 27 to 24, and that gives us 51. So if we put 27 here and 24 there, there's 51 plus 7 more is way more than 40. So what we have to do is subtract these two. 51 minus 33 is going to give us 18, right? Yep, so there's 18 that got counted twice. So there's 18 that are going to be in the middle here. So if there's 18 here, 27 minus 18 leaves us with 9 that took just beekeeping. 18 took beekeeping and the Joy of Garbage. And then if we do 24 minus 18, that gives us 6 that did just the Joy of Garbage. Okay? Now if we add these all up, 9 plus 18 is 27. Plus 6 more is 33, plus 7 more is 40, then we have everybody all accounted for, okay? So first thing, display on a Venn diagram, done. If a student is chosen at random, what's the probability? Keyword in here, probability, that they took beekeeping. So the number of students that took beekeeping would be everybody in these two here, which we know is 27, so that's 27 out of 40. So if we bust out our calculator for that, we get 67.5%, or 0.675 would work just fine as well. How many took only beekeeping? That would be 9 out of the 40. So that would be 9 divided by 40. That gives us 22.225 or 22.5%. Right? And then took both classes would be 18 out of the 40. 45%. They took beekeeping. So they took this beekeeping class, given that they took Joy of Garbage. So we know that the only group that we're even choosing from on this one here is the Joy of Garbage. So we're choosing from all of those students, which is our denominator, which is 24. Of those 24 students, how many also took the beekeeping class? That would be the 18. So this would be 18 out of 24. Okay, and that gives us 75%. Okay, that's all there is for theoretical probability. If you have any further questions, please feel free to ask. Thanks.